So I
this
hope
is really
you
opening up
liked
this whole,
listening to those
automation
experts. You
question,
can
right?
watch this
How
show
is
on
content going to be
YouTube and get it
automated
on your
using
TV
Gen
at
AI?
home
And I
in
know
1920
people
by
are already
1080.
putting out like
Ooh.
a ton of
And you can
content
also like
just
our
automated.
LinkedIn page,
Even
which is
today you
AI
can
Mode, and
string
that's on
together
the
like
screen right now.
ChatGPT
Should
for
be
a
some
script
QR
and then
codes that
feed
you
it
can
into a video
scan.
generator. But like
All
the
right,
problem
until
is
next time,
most of
guys.
this content,
I
like
shall see you
honestly,
soon.
just sucks,
Bye.
And I think when we look at what are the what do people want to see, right? I think this is really moving away from what people want to see. We have like this trend of people, I think watching high production content, and then people saying, well, it's kind of fake. I don't really care about what's on TV. I want to like listen to people I care about that are authentic, are genuine. And so we went to all these influencers, and like even big influencers lost that, right? And then we come out with Gen AI and we say like we're just gonna make it like super like super the other way around. Like it's gonna be low quality and it's gonna be inauthentic and it's gonna be fake.
For me, I quite like what I like the most about the AI content is the artistic side to it, and
Mm-hmm.
even though these artists perhaps aren't putting the same amount of effort into their content as say like a feature film, I still do like the creativity, and oh, it's interesting. Or you could do something like that. Like Billy's just done something today. I had been thinking about something similar with using retexturing with Mid-Journey
Mm-hmm.
to create some vast amount of different scenes based on the same image, but I hadn't really come to any conclusions yet. But he has, and that's the sort of thing like I like looking at. Yeah, but I like looking at a lot of things though.
It's awesome. I mean, I just recently learned about this filmmaker that I just don't know his name off the top of my head, who's doing a lot of horror films, and he's using all the AI artifacts and defects to his advantage to scare the audience. And I was like, that's such a genius way. And I was like, that's that's the creative mind.
Personal projects and commercial projects, but one of the things I'm really excited about is that I'm doing some VFX trials for a Scandinavian film production company. So that's something I've never done before. I've done advertising, music videos, print campaigns, but never film. And my heart really beats for film. So that would be really, really cool. It's just trials to see how they can mix CGI and kind of AFX or Gen AI VFX to do certain shots and very, very creative transitions and environments and stuff like that. So that's really exciting, and really hoping it turns out as well as I hope, and I think so. So that's going to be really cool to share when it's done.
One of the things that I ran into when engaging with the creative agency side of things is how people are embracing education, especially around the space of AI. So what we have to do as educators in that space is to explain what the takeaway is, what the benefit is. When you integrate AI properly, you're going to see a minimum increase of 10% productivity. You take that, multiply it across an agency of 10 people, you've suddenly added an extra person to your creative workflow. And that's with just the base level. So again, that messaging is what's key, is getting out there, explaining to people, okay, how AI can actually impact what you're doing as a creative agency.
A lot of their American clients are into their NDAs, so a lot of stuff at present is, yeah, even to have a cup of coffee with someone these days, it's an NDA. But so there's a lot of really interesting stuff that I can't discuss in detail, but it's stuff in music video space, it's stuff in advertising space, and it's stuff in the film space. I should be able to come out with it in a couple of weeks or so. You'll be hearing some announcements from me in this space. But as I say, it's a very tight-lipped space, and in order to preserve clients' trust, I need to keep
it's annoying with NDAs because like you want to talk to everyone at the events about it, and as soon as you say, "Oh, sorry, but it's NDA," it might sound like it doesn't exist.
Because if you're doing stuff for advertising, it might never not see the light of day. If you're doing stuff for pre-visualization, you might never be free of that NDA. So if you're staking on building a show reel out of stuff that you're making for clients, don't, because a lot of it is under NDA, and some of it won't. Some of your best work might not see the light of day. So please experiment and make your own stuff that you can use to show others what you're capable of. Because if you're relying on client work, like I say, some of it may remain in-house if it's pre-viz, and they might not want to reveal that it was used with AI. And some of it may remain under NDA. I have put a show reel together where I accidentally put a bit of material on there, and one of the clients gave me a slap on the wrist, and I had to pull it all down. Yeah, yeah. Be warned, and be very careful with the NDA because the space is, it's very competitive at the moment, and people aren't willing to let other people know what they're doing because they don't want to give any advantage away.
We're building, you could say, a bridge that is going to allow AI agents to actually talk to your data. And so there's a lot of individuals who are truly focusing on building just agents and understanding how they, depending on the silo, whether it's sales, marketing, customer service, et cetera. And then you have other individuals who are really focusing on the LLM side, where they're really trying to understand how do you take this data from your notes, your libraries, warehouses, et cetera, and how do you actually utilize it so the model, it can actually give you the results or outcomes you're looking for. And one of the systems that we're building is a RAG system. So it's a retrieval augmented generation system. It's not new. It's been around for quite a few years. IBM's using it. Google's using it. And basically, if you ever interacted with a chat bot, this is typically where it's getting its information.
But my goal is to showcase some of the things that you maybe wouldn't necessarily think of when using a generative tool like like Midjourney, really taking to consideration, kind of like those little tidbits of really cool things that I've explored, over the past year and a half to 2 years to showcase like what the power of these tools can do. So I really think it's important to get that information out there, to get people to understand that this is, something that everybody can do and that it should be fun, right? Like we should get into the tool, we should explore, we should really just like have fun with it in order to really learn how it works best for your own workflow and your own day to day and what your needs need to be fulfilled.